Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back everybody, let's take a look again on the euro currency. So as we have discussed yesterday, it seems that this minor washing, rinse and failure or fake breakout of the high wave has become the decisive. So as we said, this is bearish sign. This market was trying to just move above it and then collapsed. It looks more bearish and it could continue downward action at least to the near standing 109.50 area. So now market stands here. Today we will be watching for this CPI numbers, but to be honestly, honestly speaking, guys, actually, I think that hardly it will bring any, well, some big vibrations to the market. It's just because, well, maybe it will be slightly higher or lower, around 5%. Hardly it will make the significant impact on overall performance, just because, well, currently inflation numbers are taking the backseat compared to the debt sale. Somehow the debt sale is a primary news right now in the media, and now are some really tricky talks starting about the 14th Amendment that Joe Biden could imply to increase the debt sale without the Congress decision. Of course, it will be just a nightmare because it is, let's call it some kind of the force majeure tool, and it's temporal, but in a moment it could resolve the problem. Definitely, if this will happen, it will be big demand for safe haven assets, and probably dollar could rise. And actually, as you can see, the performance that we see right now, the rising of the dollar right now, is mostly some kind of the running into the safety. It is a bit curious that the country that stands at the eve of the possible default and its currency treated as a safe haven. But this happens every time when we see that some situation, and this is a bit contradictory, but that's actually happens. So Mick McCarthy also said some curious things. It's concerning the debt that in the last speech he said that debt is some kind of the burden that pulled the United States back and can't let them to rival with the China. Next, actually, it's like some weight in our legs, as he said. It's just can't let us to run in full speed and compete with China, and we should shake this burden off, as he said. So it's also, well, really interesting conclusion. So it's lots of rumors around the speech, and well, actually we have already considered all scenarios that is possible in our weekly reports, starting from some tactical moments with a possible default, without the default, rising debt sale, and up to some strategical using of the controlled and managed default to reestablish of the strategic control over a global economy by the United States. So this default also could be used as a tool. And the last McCarthy speech, it's mostly in favor of this last decision. And actually, this is how stubborn actually Republicans right now. It's also more suggests that some kind of the default is, well, at least the probability is rising, and you could see it in the credit default spreads. From that standpoint, what will we get CPI numbers? What we will get tomorrow PPI numbers? There will be just indicate the situation in the economy, but hardly it will be the primary news in this week. So we will see. Currently, on the technical side, on the daily picture, we do not have really big changes. I think that on the 4-hour time chart, since the market has erased this engulfing, so that has happened, market has dropped below it, and we still have this ABCD pattern, and it's not complete yet. OP stands 109.28. We should, on the 4-hour time chart, keep watching for possible grabbers. Appearing of the grabber could let you make decision probably on the short entry once again, if you haven't taken any short position yesterday. So also you could here recognize a kind of the butterfly shape or something. It is not purely the butterfly, because butterfly is reversal pattern, and you can't get the butterfly buy on the top. So, but the shape and extension we could use, let's call it for simplicity just the butterfly. Next target will be 109. It's 127 extension, and take a look. XOP with our ABCD pattern agrees with 1618 extension of the same butterfly. So 1618 stands in 108.50. This will be next destination point. So here's we have some targets to the downside. Also, you could calculate probably different targets. It's a kind of the major A, B, C top, whereas OP also will be in the same area as this one. And based on the performance, and here's on the hourly chart, we could suggest that's probably just a question of time. That's probably should happen. It's just because what we see, especially in relation to the erasing of the engulfing pattern. That's why on the hourly chart, let's take a look what we have. Market hits the OP. Right now, this minor ABCD pattern starting forming something reversal. Potentially, maybe, currently, I don't know whether this will happen or not. But maybe it could try to reach the XOP around 1 or 10 area, 109.95. This will be 50% resistance of the whole downward direction and 30% major level. It also will be XOP. So if you consider taking the short position, you, for example, could try to take the minor part, or at least no more than the half of your position right there. If it will be upward continuation, then consider another entry around 110 area. It's approximately how you could manage possible entry on the short side. About the long side, guys, currently I am not inspiring with the considering taking any new long position, because situation stands really nervous around the United States currently, well, besides even from the technical point of view, we do not have any clear bullish reversal patterns or something of that sort. That's why I think that we need to postpone consideration on taking any long position by far.